Hi everyone, welcome to our Capricorn reading for January 2021, really for mid-month to the end of the month, but time is fluid. It's whenever you see it is when it's meant to be, even if it's a year from now. Anyway, I want to apologize for Capricorn. I did Sagittarius as a reading, which I don't regret, um, thinking it was their birth time, but it's actually your birth time. I even called my daughter a Sagittarius, and she's actually a Capricorn. Thank you for pointing that out. So I don't know where my mind was at that time, but I don't regret doing their reading. I just regret that I haven't done yours yet. So I want to say happy birthday, happy belated birthday, and happy new year. You know, the world seems like it's going a little mad. Um, so this is a time when we really have to pull together in the name of love. All right, we're going to go ahead and begin your reading. We're going to start with our Mother Mary Oracle deck. We're going to take one. We're going to let one come out, or two, whatever wants to come out. And then we'll add Tarot into it. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, always. Those intuitively guided to the channel, you may not have Capricorn, but something pulled you to the reading. Thank you for paying attention to your intuition or your guides, I feel many times direct you here. If you're here to check on a Capricorn, remember that you will probably yourself receive messages. I feel like your spirit guides know you're here, and they're going to get a message to you any way they can. You know, many times I feel like they can send us signs, but for whatever reason we miss them. Well, they don't give up. They're going to send it in a different way. So that's why I feel like a lot of people are intuitively guided to a reading also. Just trust that. You can be here because someone, you know, this may not resonate with you, but resonate with the storyline with someone that you know. You might be sent here to send them the message. So, welcome. All right, let's begin. As many of you know, I ordered some new decks. I had one of them show up so far, and that is the Angel Wisdom Tarot. So we're going to use it in your reading. There we go. Giving and receiving. This is much like the Six of Pentacles, I feel. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. Okay, we'll read it at the end, but we'll see how it fits in your reading. All right, so we're going to bring out this new deck. I did a lot of shuffling with it. I didn't really spend time to look at each card. I like to do that with you. I have a feeling that they can be different than your regular tarot here and there. So I'm going to read them as they are. Like I noticed that Justice is in position 8, and Strength is the Strength card, where they've kind of flipped where they're at in the normal tarot. But what's normal, right? Go off. Let's give me one more. And I have 3 more decks coming today. I got these ones off of hayhouse.com, if anybody's interested, and my other ones I got off of Amazon. Okay. Let's begin with the tarot. It's funny, I have to look at them. Oh, this is the 3 of Swords. There's wording on them too. I didn't know that when I bought them. Great sadness that will heal with time. Let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges. Healing misunderstandings. Being there for those in need. Healing misunderstandings. I have to tell you, I often feel like when I go through certain things, many of you do too, because I feel like we're really connected. And I mean, I had a fight with Sam the other day that was so bad, and it was just I couldn't believe it. At like when it ended, how bad I felt just for the things that were said, which doesn't normally happen between us. But anyways, we recognized it very quickly and let go of it the next morning very quickly. So when it says healing misunderstandings, I definitely feel like that's part of what it's talking about. We have the Chariot, beautiful, card of Cancer. We have, it's funny, I have to really look at these. This is the Two of Cups. Falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship. Forgiveness and the ending of challenges. Exchanging gifts. Don't give up on the people you love. It's going to take me a little while to get used to these cards, I can tell. I almost don't like the writing on them. It's okay. You know, I guess if like I was brand new, I would like that, but it's kind of distracting to me. But we'll see. I mean, I'll get over that. So, anyways, I like that right off the bat with the Chariot in between this Two of Cups and the Three of Swords. It almost like is the healing of a relationship, right? Um, because the Chariot shows when there's balance within yourself. Um, it's I feel like often it's like a reward for doing the work. Maybe it's soul work, right? It's you know, doing our spiritual work, and therefore it's like the Chariot shows and allows you really to take it where you want to take it. You know, where maybe you feared to go before, now you know, the energy seems to flow more. It is showing me, you know, that you are overcoming the energy of the Three of Swords. You know, we have an archangel there helping. So for those who like pray for this help, I feel like here it is. Here it is. Let's keep going. You know, they describe the Chariot here as determination and willpower. And I feel like that's really when it starts to show up. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. That's the energy of independence, self-employment, you know, the reward of the hard work that someone's put in. You know, it is tied to the Three of Swords, so we'll see what that is. We have the King of Cups. Can be a Cancer. It's falling under the Chariot card, which represents Cancer. Can also be Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be any of them, could just represent the King of Cups. The King of Cups to me is someone in the light, has the real ability to devote themselves to you, devote themselves to love. You know, in the reverse, not so much, right? It can certainly be someone who's flirty. And remember, with every positive, there is the negative. With every negative, there's the positive. So, you know, I like that he's showing up, especially because we have what they call the dreamer, which is the fool, looking right back at him, kind of like nonchalantly looking towards this king, but also attached to the Two of Cups. You know, I don't want to keep doing love readings, but I have to tell you, that's what comes. It's not that I don't want to do them. I feel like sometimes you make it, you know, people watching get tired of them, but I can't deny what's also in front of me. Maybe I'm just meant to do love readings. So the dreamer is, well, let's read what they have. They have a new start. It says to trust yourself, put your fears aside, and take a leap. The fool doesn't base his, you know, the fool is about living in the very present moment. and making decisions from that present moment, not from what was. Especially if I've learned from the past. The past is a lesson. And if I learned it, there is definitely movement again, right? A new journey. Something new is going to open up. Every time something ends, something new is going to open. That's why sometimes you got to be willing to end certain things so that I can bring in new opportunity, new experiences into my life. I'm wondering if some of you, you may have had or you may have your own business, and I'm wondering if I feel like there's someone who's also, it's like I have a business, but in the same breath, I may be connected to someone who, there's pain. Um, there's something that hurts my heart, right? And I feel like that energy is kind of pouring down on the Nine of Pentacles, right? My opportunity for real success. This is the Nine of Pentacles is about success. Um, Sometimes it's about you're now reaching the pinnacle of success, and other times it's about the willingness to go into this energy and build from there, trusting in yourself, right? But nonetheless, this Three of Swords is attached to it. But on the other side of it, again, we have the dreamer, the fool, who, and he is looking up, he's looking at the Chariot, which is connected to the Two Cups. So, Two Cups is about a soulmate energy. It's funny because I'm also seeing the Six. So, is this the Lovers? It's interesting. I have the Two, and then I have the Six. Okay, I don't know. We're just going to read it as I feel it. I'm noticing Cupid up there, though, right? So that's divine. That's divine connection. That's divine blessing a connection. Oh, why am I doing that? Let's get 3 more cards. I'm going to move this over here because these are rather large. We have balance. Balance, blending the ideas of others with your, oh, look at this, it's coming right under the Nine of Pentacles, so I'm going to read this because I feel like it's fitting here. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary, successful compromise, the power of diversity, self-control, patience, and balance. I feel like this is temperance. You could say it's justice. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think it's 10%, but anyway, this is coming right over, how you make your money, even your independent nature. It could be saying, like, you've been this independent person for a long period of time, and perhaps love now wants to come in, right? Another element to your life. Soulmate energy, I feel like there's nothing I have to fear here. Even if this is of the past, I feel like the healing process comes first. And I feel like it's successful because the Chariot would not show if, if I haven't overcome it. Doesn't mean the scar's not there. Um, but I no longer sit in it, right? I'm moving out of it. I'm open to new experiences. Get the last 2 cards. Whoa. Okay, I'm not going to take these. It's just too many. But I am going to take these because they're face up and one went to the floor. We have the Two of Wands. You can tell it's going to take me a minute to learn these cards. Two of Wands is great energy. It really is me looking out at my future and starting to see all the possibilities. So it's a different way of viewing the world. Back here, I was viewing it with a standpoint of maybe I was afraid to open myself to new experiences, right? But within the Two of Wands, I've had a change of heart, especially with the Fool here. I've been able to clear the past. Again, that scar might remain, but it shouldn't affect you anymore. You know, it's getting back into the living. And we have, well, perfect energy, the Three of Wands. So we went from the Two, and I feel like the Two is about the process of looking out, um, a different way of looking out. And then we moved into um, the Three very quickly. So the Three is, you know, I feel like the Three is about seeing those ships of opportunity. Maybe I don't know what the ships carry, but there is an element within myself that truly, this feels like you have like changed course, changed courses, changed direction, changed your perception. Maybe you opened to more of what is out into the out in the world, and you know, I'm not fearful about it anymore. The Fool is about taking things at their present moment, right? So it's, you know, I can look out at the Three of Wands and I can start to be really optimistic about what the future holds for me. Um, but in the Fool's energy, I'm not asking to see what will the ending be. Will it turn into the Ten of Cups? That type of thing. I'm willing to start right now. It's almost like I'm creating as I go. Again, the Fool and the King of Cups. This is about truly being open to, if this is love, being open to it. Again, there's no blocks in front of this king. Everything is wide open in front of him. The water seems very calm. There's no waves. So, you know, this one ship is like leaving. I don't know. Maybe that ship that's leaving was carrying your anxiety, your fear, maybe it was an ex-partner and taking it away, taking it away because the Fool's coming in. And the Fool's carrying, again, the Two of Cups energy. So this tells me you as the Fool will be in some way meeting this Two of Cups, this person in the Two of Cups. Again, I don't know why it says 2 and 6 on the bottom, so it could also be the Lovers, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, we have one more down here, and it is the Five of Swords. So, Five of Swords, first of all, five asks for a new beginning, right? Well, it asks for change. It can be, you know, when it's swords, it can be a change in my thought process. Let's read it. An unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. You know, that is about clearing of really toxic energy in my life, wherever it's coming from. It's seeing it, right? He's looking, like he's heading out, but he's turning around. You can see, you know, who carries these swords that are working against him, right? He can clearly see that, and you know, it's no longer denying it. Again, I feel like in the King, it's taking that, and normally I see the ship as something coming in, but I feel like this ship is leaving, and I feel like that ship has the ability to carry all your worries and your anxieties and your fears about becoming the Fool, and it's taking it away. Um, you know, it hopefully is also, and I felt like it's also taking for some of you someone away, but I don't feel like this person serves you. I don't feel like this person is, I don't know, I feel like their time has come and gone. But you have to ultimately make that decision, right? And that's what the Five of Swords is. It's you making that decision to either stay within the toxic parts of my life, or to let them go. I feel like you're letting them go. All right, we have the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands is really you're standing up for your own beliefs. You're remembering your belief system again and defending it. You know, don't defend it to the death, because sometimes you can be dealing with toxic people and it doesn't matter how many times. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. It's their perception of it. And if they don't see that, there's not much sometimes you can do about that, right? But you can make a decision whether I'm going to live in it. You know, is my belief system strong enough to be true to myself? I thought, oh, and listen, Mother Mary, the energy for her is giving and receiving, right? But this is really about allowing yourself to receive all the blessings of the universe. All right, let's bring in the Cosmic Tarot. Look at that, we have Lovers on the bottom. I'm wondering if that's the Lovers. I think it's the Two of Cups because it's the same color as the King of Cups. But it's just interesting that it has 6 there also. Maybe I should have read the book. All right, let's start at the beginning, and let's break this down even further. Well, how beautiful is that? We have the sun coming over your heartache, your broken heart. Um, if that's not healing, I don't know what it is. This is also true awareness. This is illumination over really. If that Three of Swords has been holding me down, holding me back, I've been unwilling to heal it. The Three of Swords, you have to think about, like, if you get a cut on your leg, what are you going to do? You're going to clean it, right? You're going to put a Band-Aid on it. You're going to tend to it. Many times our heart, we don't tend to it. We just sit in that energy, and we're going to learn to allow it to heal, right? I feel like these scars become really our power if we allow it. Again, that positive and negative effect. Which direction do we want to take it? I don't feel like the divine puts any restriction on you. It really has to be up to you. Do I want to keep living in it, or, and in other words, am I going to stop myself from experiencing what else is out there due to what has happened in the past? Many of you, I feel like, no, because you have the Fool. So I feel like you're coming around to this energy, and the sun. Listen, this talks about happiness. It's the opposite of the Three of Swords. So as we talk about opposite and negatives, right? This is the sense of joy. This is about your inner child coming out and living from that type of energy. The inner child, hey, there's an experience out there. The inner child's not going to be like, stop, think about it, overthink it. No, it's going to move into it, right? It's feeling the energy. The sun is at your back. There's nothing to fear here, I feel. Also, the energy of Leo. So it's like, hallelujah, your hearts are healing. It's the allowance of that, because with the Chariot next, it tells me you had to allow it. Sometimes I got to be willing. Well, I mean, it's always up to you, but I feel like this is, even if some of the pain is still there, it's just saying I'm not going to allow that pain, because it's probably due to something I have no control over anyway. So I can't spend my life worrying about something I can't control. So I feel like it's saying, even if, there's still some pain there, it's still the movement forward. It's the willingness. And listen, I know that heart will heal. As you move into new experiences, sometimes you look back and you're like, what was I thinking? Right? Why did I spend so much time worrying about someone who couldn't love me the way that I deserved to be loved? And then boom, divine is like, move forward, the Chariot, into the Two of Cups, soulmate energy. Some of you may meet someone through your place of employment, whether it's, working at a company or working for yourself. We have the Prince of Wands coming over the Chariot. This is someone who is much like the Fool, who is, I often feel the Prince and Princess of Wands are my foals. And I mean that in the best way. This is people who take a chance, who move forward based on their desires, not their fears, right? If it's like, I desire a certain type of love or a certain type of life, and this is moving forward, even though, I'm still kind of learning to get my footing again. This can also be a younger Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, can be of an earlier time. Look at this. So the two swords came in reverse. And I saw the one card hit this card to make it turn around. That's good. That's good. Coming over the Two of Cups. This is, if it was this way, this is me in my head trying to make a decision, still based on those swords, right? Still a little fear factor in there. This is almost me saying, well, if I don't know how things are going to turn out, then I'm a little fearful to move forward. But it's reversed. Those swords are dropping out. I'm getting out of my head and in my intuition, right? Listen, the sun is here too. So, whatever shadow is cast on the Two of Swords, the sun is going to um, reveal and get rid of. And that's why these swords are dropping out. So I like seeing this. The swords are dropping out over the Two of Cups. I feel like some of you are now in the energy of being willing to take a chance in love. Some of you, it's taking a chance on yourself in how you make your pentacles. And some, I'm sure it's both. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. We have the Princess of Cups. So the Princess of Cups is someone who is receiving an offer. It's almost like you can't plan for it because it's coming in unexpectedly. She doesn't expect it, but nonetheless, it's fulfilling. Again, it's a princess, not a queen. So, again, I'm kind of finding my footing in if this is love, in love again. It's also coming over the Nine of Pentacles, though. So for some of you, this could certainly be an opportunity. First of all, if I feel like with the Three of Swords above the Nine of Pentacles, this could talk about you, experiencing some heartache in how you make your pentacles, how you make your money, especially in self-employment. This has been a horrible time period for that, right? But I feel like many of us are meant to keep forging through, be open to new epiphanies. Also, the Princess of Pentacles or Princess of Cups can be receiving like this epiphany that moves her from that energy into the Nine of Pentacles too. So, number one, the sun is here, so whatever it is will be illuminated. Again, I'm out of my head, and I'm going to trust my intuition. Well, with a star. So this is about this is manifesting your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. Manifesting. But first I got to believe in them, right? I have to believe that it's possible. If I put resistance against it, well, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen, or it's going to happen in a different way. In the star, you don't want to control how it comes to you. You're asking for it to come to you in the highest of energy, and I feel like that's exactly what's happening for you. So the star is, a dream coming true. It's funny, I just saw the Dreamer, the name, the Dreamer, also. So I like that. Also, card of Aquarius. We have the Prince of Swords, and we're going to take the Moon with the Prince of Swords, card of Pisces, but also the ruling planet of Cancer, because we have a lot of Cancer energy here too. Anyway, this is, I feel like usually the Moon is like a shadow's cast upon something. I feel like the two fishes, the Two of Cups, is also in that, but it seems like the sun is like in the middle of the moon, can be an eclipse type energy. But the sun, again, the moon can't hide. How do I want to say this? With the moon, when the moon's in reverse, things are revealed. Okay, the moon's not in reverse, but I feel like the sun shows you enough. enough of what can be to maybe persuade you to take a chance in something, right? Again, this is nothing you have to fear because it is of your wishes, of your prayers. And right off the bat, we know it's a soulmate energy. Prince of Wands, boom. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. The Prince of Wands, a Prince of Swords. This could be um, two men, or well, yeah, men. Um, Prince of Swords would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Then we have the energy of Aquarius right beside him also, and swords above him. So definitely carrying heavy sword energy or air energy. I may come back and look a little deeper at the people, but let's keep going. This could even start out as communication, some form of communication coming into you. And don't forget, this can be reversed for you. You may have been thinking about contacting someone, but didn't know if you were ready. Well, I feel like the sun, you'll know. You'll know. Um, but it's also the other way too. So I feel like this is probably communication come in through the telephone, social media, um, however it wants to come in. Okay. Some of you could be moving. You may have your own business, um, and maybe you came up against a wall. It could very well, divine could very well be sending you a partner, someone that you can work with, someone who can help you. You can help each other, type of thing. And I feel like if that's something it's something you've also been asking for, praying about, meditating on, that type of thing. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Three of Wands on each side of this reading. Well, we have the world. So, the world's coming over the Two of Wands, also attached to your dreams. The world is saying it's time for an ending for one thing, right? When the world shows up, something is ending. Um, but it's because something wants to begin. I feel like the world is the closest energy to God. So I feel like this is my most spiritual time. This may be where I really start to see like soulmates and spirit work in my life, where I'm seeing the signs. Maybe before I really was closed off to that, and now I feel like I'm cracked wide open, and that's a good thing. So it's really a spiritual journey within the world card, and it is really what you're asking for, what you're dreaming for. It's saying be willing to start at the beginning, right? We go from the two to the three. Um, so being willing to start at the beginning, especially if I still have some of the pain of the past. Well, that's why I don't want to rush. I'm going to take my time. I want to, and why? Well, think about like other beginning of relationships. Sometimes that is the most romantic time. Um, allowing someone to, I was going to say court you. Wow, that makes me old. I didn't even use that when I was a teenager, but that's what came up. Allow someone to court you, to date you, right? To date each other and allow things like to unfold as they will. Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is the energy of what am I willing to put into it? Sometimes this talks about shutting out the rest of the world and getting busy with your own creativity, allowing it to really start to take a form. But it is about, what you're willing to put into something is really what you will receive from it. So it's being willing to do the work. Sometimes if it has to do with, my creativity and I want to begin something, it's about taking a chance. It's the willingness to start as the apprentice, but knowing, as I feed this energy, the success will be mine. I feel like it's also coming over the Five of Swords, so It's the willingness to clear that energy, right? Because perhaps for some of you, like, when I'm in the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords energy, my creativity seems to be shut down. And that may be what the moon talks about, right? Elements of your own self that maybe you didn't even know existed, that you kind of held yourself back from. So it's the willingness, right? 8, again, new beginning. So being willing to take that step into something. The world, I feel like there's nothing to fear here because, again, the world says this is about a real spiritual walk. When you're in the world's energy, whether you can see your guides or not, whether you can see the angels assigned to you or not, it's the knowing that they're there. It's it's truly being able to see the signs and follow the signs. So it's a beautiful energy. All right, let's go back and let's take a card between. It's interesting. In a triangle, I have the Prince of Wands, the Princess of Cups, and the Prince of Swords, with a star right in between that. This could certainly talk for some of you about a relationship or someone that you knew of a younger time, of a less encumbered time, maybe in your childhood. And who knows, they may have been your soulmate. Well, I mean, they probably your soulmate all along. Doesn't mean it was the right timing. This is probably the right timing. And I definitely feel that for some of you. This is probably someone that you've known from an earlier time. And listen, it doesn't mean you had a romantic relationship. Sometimes it can be an old friend, someone that you used to play with and just had such a good time with, and then somehow they come back into your life. Again, Princess of Cups, it's unexpected. These opportunities, this cup of fulfillment, I'm not really expecting it. Maybe I'm dreaming it, maybe I want it, but I'm not expecting it. Well, here it is. Here it is. And it gives you the ability, again, to enter into the world energy. This could be talking about also moving into a time period where you are going, you're starting a new relationship, whether it be someone of old or someone brand new, and really being completely different in this relationship than you've ever been. Why? Well, because you've learned so much. And this, 8 of Pentacles, did you allow yourself to learn? There was a lot to be learned. But what does that promise me? It promised me a new beginning, a true spiritual walk on this earth with someone who is my soulmate, meant to be by my side. So I'm coming into this as a different person than what I used to be. Mother Mary, make, the energy of giving and receiving, and it's freely, doing it freely. Your guides being able to reach you like never before and truly sending you the breadcrumbs that you can follow. So anyway, it's a beautiful energy. Okay. I don't know why I stopped. Other than they're in a triangle, and then if I connect them this way, it's the world energy. Nothing to fear but fear itself. We have the we got 2 cards here. We have the Four of Cups and the Prince of Pentacles. They're in reverse. And Prince of Pentacles could be someone who is on that ship heading out, heading away. The Four of Cups with attached to him. I almost feel like this is someone who, I don't know. I almost feel like as I let this person go, it doesn't have to be an earth sign, by the way. It could be someone who's been very slow moving with their affection, not giving freely, and therefore kind of stifling you, right? You may realize, listen, if you can't give to me freely, then you're just not my person. Gotta go. Four Cups, I feel like, is the element of kind of staying in it, right? Becoming bored within it. So many times it's the movement, but Four Cups is in reverse, so I feel like, that's spiritual discernment, and I feel like, boom, in the world energy, you made a decision. I do feel like this prince is on a ship that is heading away. Um, and it can even just be the thought of this person. You know, their energy had kind of stuck with me. So, but in the same breath, I don't feel like there's anything, you know, even though pain exists, I feel like this is pain that you're going to get over and really maybe look back one day and be like, huh, what was I thinking? Jeez. Look at that. Hangman coming almost in the position of awakening. Almost there. All right. I don't know why I took more. So I get the Princess of Swords now. And I have Judgment. Judgment is about a rebirth, a new beginning. Clearing of the old, allowing the new. This is your ancestors who are involved in your life, you know, who have become your spirit guides, those who have crossed before you. Their love for you didn't end, right? If anything, it's been enlightened. So many of them want to come forward and be, you know, be your guides. I feel like we have many guides. I feel like we have certain guides who work with us when it relating to love. Why? Well, because they loved love. You know, we have some working for our pentacles in our creativity. Why? Because chances are that's what they excelled at or wanted to, you know, as they were here. But now it's like they want to help you. And I do feel like it's the coming forward, you know, as they cross, you know, as our loved ones have crossed over, truly them coming forward. Some of you, these are where the signs coming from. And again, you may not have felt them. I feel like now you move into the energy of truly feeling their energy. So judgment is also, again, about a rebirth, right? It can be a rebirth of a prior relationship. Um, Again, it's going to be your choice. But I do feel like one is heading off with the ship. I don't know how long they've been on the ship, how long, what the distance is between this Three of Swords and where they are now. And I almost feel like I just gotta let that ship go because the ship that wants to come in now, listen, it feels like it's everything. And again, the star is here, so it is of your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. The Hangman comes out, and you know, which way? Is he awakened or is he not awakened? Well, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. This is epiphanies, and you know, receiving these epiphanies. These are, you know, the Hangman. The one thing he's doing when he's like this, is he is seeking wisdom over his next steps, over what he should do. But wisdom is the word. Wisdom. When he is in reverse, he has had this awakening. He knows his next step. And again, I want to keep saying the next step. So maybe I'm not moving from the Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups, but that doesn't mean it's not there. We're creating it as we go. We're enjoying it, you know, moment by moment, day by day. So the Hangman, I feel like this is just say it may be talking about a time period of when this Princess of Cups is receiving this cup, and you're all the Princess of Cups, by the way. You know, when is it coming in? And I feel like it may be very soon because the Hangman is on the way to this awakening. And listen, he's attached to Judgment, so that tells me that if this, you know, if this is not you and it's someone else, if it's the person in the Two of Cups, they're being awakened to this opportunity. And it's coming directly from their ancestors, from their angel team, from their family members who have crossed over to help them have this awareness, this awakening. You know, it just feels right. It just feels right. Anything else I want to look at? Dun, 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 dun. Well, let's pick these up. And I think what I want to do, since we're really talking a lot about love here, is just take one or two more on the Two of Cups. And then I think I'm going to take one or two on the Nine of Pentacles. So it's really covering your love life, but also covering, you know, the elements of your creativity, especially if you use your creativity to make your pentacles, make your money. Well, look at this, the Seven of Pentacles. This is your seeds of intention. Coming over the twos. This is two people's seed of intention. I feel like this is soulmates who, before they came to Earth, made the agreement with each other that they would have this experience. You know, maybe it was after some really hard times, and you know, it's like, okay, this is when we need to come into each other's life to help each other, right? Um, there's the element of patience here. Why? Well, we know the hangman was almost in the awareness state, but not quite there. We can't, you know, that if the hangman is someone else, we can't really force that. We got to let it happen naturally. Especially soulmate energies, you know, two soulmates coming to that awareness. So I kind of love that. And the Seven of Pentacles says, just have patience while it's coming together, right? Allow that heart to heal. Don't allow it to hold you back. Just allow for that little scar. Um, and then learning from it, you know. In the Three of Swords, I've got to look at it like, where was my part in this? Because if I don't, I'm doomed to repeat it. And I don't want to repeat it, right? I don't want to repeat this Three of Swords. Sometimes it's out of our control, but if I have any control of it, I don't want to repeat it. So I have to look at it. And that's it. You know, look at it, understand it, and then move on from it. So again, Seven of Pentacles, I feel like, you know, two soulmates, I can see you like sitting in heaven and having this conversation of when we should come into each other's lives. Well, I feel like the timing has come because you have a lot of energy that is closing out the past. A lot of energy is beginning brand new things. The Fool into the Two of Wands, into the Three of Wands, right? Judgment asks for a new beginning. Over and over, we can see that. So, there you go. All right, let's also look at the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is saying for you, especially with the King of Cups right next to it, do what you love. Take a chance on yourself. Um, you know, if you love working with your hands, whatever it is, it's your creativity. It's what you can bring to the world. But you got to take a chance on yourself at the same time. And I feel like it's saying, you know, sometimes you know, some of us have lost jobs. I didn't. I mean, I'm still in the same thing. But listen, it's been tough, right? Because people don't have money, so people, you know, not a lot of readings, and so it's trying to keep moving forward. But I feel like whatever this is saying for you, it's saying continue to do what it is that you love and believe that you can. Listen, for some of you, believe that you can make a living out of it. Some of you, you may meet this other person through how you make your money. They may be directed to you in that way. I mean, wouldn't that be great? You work with them and you love, you know, you loved them too. Four of Pentacles. So this could be someone working out of their home. Um, you know, working so I can keep my home. This is about working towards real stability. You know, you think of four, you think of, I think of stability. Coming over the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like for some of you, you are working out of the home. It's funny, I feel like this person's giving the other person counsel. So some of you could be moving into that field, or you've been working in that field, and it may start to take a different turn and open new things for you. I definitely feel like some of you are in the business of counsel. Whatever that means, that can be a million different things, but I feel like you will know. All right, let me just take one more of that. I don't know why, but we have the Hierophant card of Taurus. This is this is wise counsel. This is your belief system. Where is it at? You know, are you believing in yourself? Do you believe in your spirituality? You know, or do you say that you're spiritual, but you don't really live the spiritual life? This is moving into the spiritual life. And if you're spiritual, then you know that our life is about lessons and learning and experiences and growth. It's never about holding ourselves back. I mean, we can. We have free will. But I feel like this is about your belief system, truly about your belief system and moving into it, right? Truly moving into it. This king that's here too, this could certainly be someone who you find that you have the same belief system. You find that you're a lot alike. Um, so keep an eye on that. Look at that with the King of Cups again. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles is someone who, she's seeking knowledge. She's building her pentacles based on the knowledge that she has. And she's always, she's the, um, what's the word I want to say? She reminds me of my brother Sean, who um, spent a lot of his years in schooling. But now he's a professor and he was a forest ranger, and I mean, has done some tremendous things in his life. But this is always wanting to know, always, my learning process is never shut off for myself, but also in my life, how I make my pentacles again. So some of you, this could talk about taking a class. You may have been drawn to take a class, and listen, you may meet someone there, right? This is Princess of Pentacles is someone who wants to expand her world, expand her mind, expand her knowledge. And King of Cups is looking right at her. So I feel like, if there's a class that you want to take that is only going to help you, right? Don't be surprised if you meet someone. It's almost like a double water here. But Tara's right beside him too. So I'm definitely feeling that this is about two people who really, truly will find that they have very similar belief systems. Again, it doesn't matter what happened then. You're now moving into a true spiritual life, and it takes you, to do that. I have to look at my belief system, right? I have to look at the way I talk to myself. I have to look at my thought system. Are my thoughts my own, or are they of my mother and my father and my ex-husband and that type of thing? Coming back into one center and doing what you love, being with who you love, and not fearing it. And let's say you're like, but Sandy, I still have that fear. Then it's saying, take it slow, step by step, will get you to where you want to be. And remember your part in it. You're creating. I feel like it's 50% you, 50% divine, 50% soul contracts that we already have, but 50% of it is you. So a soulmate shows up, but within your free will energy, let's say that you still are very, a lot of pain, or you're not willing to look at it, well, then you're going to come up with resistance. So even what is meant to be, you can say no to it. That is your free will. So it's not a guarantee, but your spiritual team is just preparing you so you can have all that you want. Let's not forget the star card was there. This is of your dreams. Seven of Pentacles, your seeds of intention. And I feel like it goes way back to before you two took the leap here on Earth. So I feel like soulmates are coming in the form of how you make your money. That could be just helpful advice. Again, wise counsel. It can be in a partnership, and some it can be a partnership that turns into love. I feel like, if you're thinking of taking a class, doing something new, do it. This is the time to do it, because you just never know who you're going to meet. Okay, I think I should leave it there, but I do want to read Mother Mary card, Giving and Receiving. Guys, let me know what you think of the new deck. I know I'm still have to learn them, but in a way I don't like to learn them. I just want to allow them to be whatever arises to me. Okay. This is a message about bringing your life into greater balance. Are you resentful, of your role as caretaker, or do you feel like you're being used or unappreciated? If so, you need to balance your giving tendencies through creating and noticing opportunities to receive. If this seems impossible because others aren't cooperating, then Mother Mary will help you heal this pattern. Occasionally, people will be imbalanced in over receptivity when they're talking or expecting to receive more than they're willing to give. Signs of this include feeling stuck or stagnant, experiencing a lack of new opportunities, or financial difficulties. Both patterns are easily elevated by practicing daily giving and receiving. You can even count how many times you give and make sure to receive an equal number of times. Examples of giving include smiling at a person or saying hello, volunteering your help, making a donation, offering a sincere compliment, making time for someone, and being a good listener. Examples of receiving include noticing beauty around you, saying thank you and meaning it, feeling appreciation and gratitude for your current blessings, and requesting and accepting someone's help. Beautiful. So that's the energy you're moving into. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. Beautiful. I kind of love this reading. Again, I'm curious to see your thoughts on the new deck, and I have 3 more coming, so we'll see how often they make their way back out. But I like them. I don't love that the words are here. I almost would rather not see them, but that's okay. I guess, I could have read them, but I don't know. I like to read very intuitively. So, anyways, let me know. Again, happy birthday, guys. I apologize. It's really, I should have done yours first. And I don't know why I didn't, but happy birthday. I love Capricorn. Happy New Year. Allow these new beginnings. I hope that you do. I pray that you do. I'm always praying for you um, because I know what many of you are going through, but I know opportunity can show just like that. I know it. It's happened many times in my life. And when I look back, that's when I can really see. When I saw the patterns, that's when I had a lot of growth. That's when my spirituality started to open up. So I hope you'll let it be. I hope you go with it. I hope you become the fool and say yes. But ultimately, it's your decision. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the beautiful support of my channel. I'm forever grateful for you guys. You allow me to do what I love. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.